everyone, welcome back to Risa Does Makeup. No, you have not accidentally switched on an episode of Dynasty from 1984. It's just my top. I happen to really like puffy sleeves, and it wasn't until I started recording this video that I really felt like I had a little bit of a Dynasty vibe going on. Let's jump into what this video is about, shall we? I am going to be reviewing and demoing the new Scott Barnes eyeshadow palette. Actually, this is the blush palette. This is the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to be reviewing and demoing the Natural eyeshadow palette. And the Chic Cheek #1 blush palette. For those of you who might not be familiar with who Scott Barnes is, he is a celebrity makeup artist. He is the man responsible for the J.Lo glow in the early 2000s. Scott at the time was telling magazines that the way he got that glow was, the body glow at least, was through mixing his own blend of moisturizer and shimmer cream and just his own little concoction, if you will. And he turned that into his first product called Body Bling. And Body Bling exists to this day. It's a wonderful product that just makes your body glow. Now, I know a lot of people hate long intros, so if you don't want to hear my little anecdote about my association with the Scott Barnes brand, then you can just fast forward a little bit. I will put a timestamp on when the demo starts. But for those of you who are interested, I actually carried the first Scott Barnes makeup line in my makeup boutique that I owned from 2007 to 2010, although it existed a little bit longer than that. My sister took it over from that point. But my sister and I, had a makeup boutique in Rochester, Minnesota, and one of the first brands that actually said yes to us. It's not easy to get high-end brands coming into a new independent boutique in the middle of the Midwest. But Scott Barnes said yes to us. The line was at the time carried in just a few Nordstrom stores. The products were fantastic. I still have some of them. Unfortunately, Scott lost his funding for the company. Something, I don't know all the ins and outs or the details, but unfortunately the brand had to shut down, stop production, and he did keep on selling the Body Bling for many years after that through his website. And then I think about 4 years ago is when he launched a foundation and some eyelashes, and now we are blessed with a new Scott Barnes makeup line, and it's pretty great. There were actually 5 new palettes in this launch. The 2 that I purchased, the blush and the Natural eyeshadow palette, and then there is also a contour palette, a highlighting palette, and then another eyeshadow palette that contains some bolder, brighter colors. I chose to pass on those 3 palettes just because I have so many highlighters and contour products. I just didn't need anymore. So the eyeshadow palette is $84. There are 20 shades in each palette. I do happen to really like the packaging. It's nice and light, it's travel friendly, it's got a nice mirror inside, and it says, "Be the most beautiful version of yourself." I like that this is a lightweight palette because you're able to hold it in your hand and do your makeup at the same time. Sometimes when I'm traveling, I'm in a hotel room and maybe I didn't bring my travel mirror. This is the way I do my makeup, holding the eyeshadow palette, because I need to get close because my eyesight's kind of going downhill. So I like to have a mirror pretty close to my face. But if the palette's real heavy, then I can't do that. So anyway, I like the weight, I like the size. This palette contains the perfect mix of creamy blendable mattes, some shimmers, some metallics. It just has everything you need to do a multitude of looks. My only complaint, and this is just a personal preference, is that the shade Sin, which is the black that's in the palette, it isn't a super dark, rich, pigmented black. It's more of like a grayish black. So again, that's just personal preference. I know there's many people out there that don't even like to have a black eyeshadow in a palette at all because they never use it. But I do like to line with a nice rich black. But if I use the brush wet, if I use a brush wet or damp, then I can get this to look almost jet black. All of these shades are richly pigmented, very easy to blend. So I'm gonna do a couple of swatches. I'm not gonna swatch the whole palette. I'm just gonna do a couple of them for you and then get right into the demo. So now let's jump into the demo so you can see how I achieved this look and hear more of my thoughts on these two palettes. Okay, so I've already applied some P. Louise eyeshadow base to my lids. I've also gone and filled in my eyebrows, and then I powdered my lids just a little bit. And I'm taking the BK Beauty 201 brush, and I'm going into the shade Vintage, and I'm just running that back and forth in my crease. One of the things I love about this palette is that you can do so many easy everyday looks. There are several shades in this palette that are one and done type of colors that you can just put the one eyeshadow on and be done, or you can do something as simple as this where I'm just taking that neutral tone through the crease. And then I'm going to take my favorite outer corner brush, which is from Samey Beauty. It's a 2.5. Because I did this exact same look yesterday, the brush already has the color on it, but I'm going into Woody. And I am blending this into the outer corner. These shadows are so pigmented. They're so easy to blend. I'm just so impressed with them. It just takes me no time at all to do my eye makeup with this palette. And now for the lid, I personally like a little bit of shimmer even for the daytime. So I'm gonna take my finger and go in with the shade Hollywood. Look how pigmented that is. It's incredible. And I'm just gonna pat that on my lid. It's such a beautiful sort of bronzy color. If I were going to be keeping this an everyday look, I would just put on some mascara and be done, or even a little eyeliner and mascara, and the look would be complete. I might take just a little bit of the shade Muted and pop that under my brow bone. But other than that, for me, this is a daytime look with some eyeliner and mascara. But I want to take it up a notch because I want to play with more of these colors. So I'm gonna go into Brick House. And for that, I'm using this Esom brush W36. This is from the Michelle Wong collaboration with Esom. And you know what? I think I'm gonna do Boudoir instead. I'm gonna make this more of a plummy look. And I'm just gonna pat this on the outer corners of my eyes. Look at that pigment. And this brush is so great for smaller eyes and more detail work. This is the type of pigment that I feel one should be able to get from a high-end quality eyeshadow. So now I want to darken up the crease just a little bit. So I'm going to go in with Foxy, which is right below Vintage. And I'm going to use a pointed crease brush, also from BK Beauty. This is number 202. And I'm just gently darkening my crease. Because my eyes are hooded, I want you to be able to see some of the shadow when my eyes are open. So I like to take it a little bit higher. I have this eyelash that just is sticking down. Now I'm just taking a flat synthetic brush. This one just says concealer brush. It's a no-name brand that I picked up from the drugstore. I'm gonna spray it with some Fix Plus. You do get quite a bit of pigment from the metallic shades with just your finger, but I do want to get even more intensity from the shade I'm going to use, so that's why I wet the brush. So you can get a good intensity with just your fingers, but even more intensity with a wet brush, a damp brush. So I'm gonna take this, my damp brush, and go into Laced, and I'm gonna pop that over the Hollywood shade. Look how gorgeous this is. And I feel like I need something in between these two, so I'm gonna use my finger again and go into the shade Saucy, which is this gorgeous sort of shimmery burgundy. I'm patting that in between the two. Yes. And I'm gonna go into Brick House, which is the matte burgundy, and line. Now I've just taken that same shade and applied it to my lower lash lines. And now I'm gonna curl my lashes and apply some mascara. So this is the completed eye look. Obviously I have a false lash on one eye, but I wanted you to be able to see the look without the falsies. So now I'm gonna pop on the other false lash and we will start with the blush. Okay, next up, we're diving into this gorgeous cheek palette. I know a lot of people have been curious about this shade Mango Fizz and how they would use that on themselves. I can't remember if it was in Scott's video with Tati or in the video he did on his own channel, where he did use this shade on someone with more light to medium skin. Well, more medium than light, but I've used it and it doesn't do a whole lot for me, to be honest. I wouldn't wear it on its own, but I do like to mix it in when I'm applying some other colors. That's the beauty of having an artist palette, is that it sort of forces you to be a little bit more creative. And when I say artist palette, I mean this is the type of palette that a true makeup artist would love to have, that should have, because you're working on so many different skin tones, or perhaps you're doing editorial work and you're not sure if you're going to be needing bright colors or more muted colors. So in this one palette, you have it all, and you have the ability to start with a muted look and then add a pop of color. And this is a palette I truly feel would work on all skin tones, from the very porcelain skin to the deepest dark skin. Now, because I did a more peachy lip, and I will list all the products in the description, this is the Fenty Unbutton liquid lipstick, and then I topped it with a little KKW gloss. So because I went with a peachier lip, and I happen to really like the combination of burgundies and golds and peaches, it just reminds me of a sunset, I'm gonna go in with the peachier tones through here. And because I have been a makeup artist myself for so long, I am someone that's in the habit of dipping my brush into a bunch of different shades and just sort of going in. I know a lot of beginners with makeup, or people that are a little bit more nervous when it comes to makeup application, might just think that they can only go into one shade and apply that. And you can, of course, but this palette is great for experimentation. And if you don't feel confident enough to just dip your brush into a bunch of different colors, you wanna maybe layer them, I would start with Minimalist and just lightly dust that on the cheeks. And look how pretty that is just by itself. It's a perfect, natural looking, everyday blush shade. Voila, I could be done here. But because this is a demo, I want to show you more shades. So I am going to go into that Mango Fizz just to see what this does. Ooh. Now I haven't tried it this way yet. I really like the way this looks. Sort of punched it up a little bit, but we're going to keep layering. Why not? I'm going to go into Sweet Cheeks. And I'm just barely tapping my brush onto the product. These are really pigmented. So if you are a beginner, you do have to be careful. Use a light hand, tap off your excess, and I'm just gonna pop this on the apples of my cheeks. Scott is really known for doing a bright, healthy looking cheek, and that's definitely what this gives you. Very pretty. I am loving this. I do want to apply a little bit of this sort of shimmery shade right here. So for that I am taking, the cheek brush I used was the Sigma large angled contour brush. I just like an angled brush for blush. That's what I've always used. That's just what I'm drawn to. So even though this is labeled a contour brush, I like to use it for my cheeks. And then for this shimmer shade, I'm using the Sonia G Mini Cheek brush. Oh, look at that. Wow. Okay, this look is complete and I am really, really happy with how it came out. Even though these palettes might be a splurge for many people, Scott launched these at the right time, the holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah. Put them on your wish list because you want these in your life. I'm just gonna put it that way. They are so good. You can get so many looks from them: daytime, nighttime, glam, sexy, whatever makeup look you're wanting, you can do it with these palettes. I heard my friend Michelle Wong say that she was contemplating getting the other palette that Scott launched, the more colorful one with the brights. And she actually texted me and she said, should I do it? Do you think I should get it? And my response to her was that I personally wasn't tempted by it because I just don't wear a lot of bright colors. But the more I play with these two palettes, the more I can understand where she's coming from. I kind of want to have them all because they are that good. That'll do it for this review and demo. I think you guys know how I feel about these at this point. Even though I am such a Scott Barnes fan, I hope that you all know that I will always be completely honest with you when it comes to any product I review. There have been products that Scott has put out in the past that I didn't really love. I wasn't crazy about his multimedia foundation that he had. I don't purchase his false lashes because they're a little bit too dramatic for me. I'm not afraid to state my true feelings about a product, even when it comes from someone who I greatly admire. The point of my channel is to give my honest opinions on things, and that's what I'm always going to do. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Join the Risa Does Makeup family. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter under the same username, Risa Does Makeup. And that'll do it for this one. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon.